Can I just sit here and model my skin? Vogue. Is this too stinking pretty? I can't help it. Hi there, gorgeous. Hope you're having a fabulous day. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I make videos like this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you'd like to be notified of new content, please subscribe, hit that bell, and thank you if you do. Today I'm trying out some new techniques. This is just going to be a fun video where we might learn something new. I know that I am absolutely going to. Now, the videos I am sharing with you today come from very well-known YouTubers. The videos I chose have a lot of views, and for good reason, because these techniques are flawless. So I wanted to try them out for myself, see how I do. It's my very first time trying them, so fingers crossed. I'm going to take a step out of my comfort zone here and start with one part of my face that I never ever start with first, and that is my brows. Now, this tutorial comes from Larissa Nelson. The title of the video is The Best Eyebrow Tutorial You'll Ever Watch, I promise. And by the way, I'm going to have all these videos linked for you below in the description box if you'd like to watch them through, try the techniques out for yourself. And in the beginning of this video, she talks a lot about grooming, maintaining her eyebrow shape, and how she does that, which is excellent information, by the way. I am going to skip over all that because I'm pretty good there.
And just like horrible they look right now. I mean, they don't look that bad because they're very sparse.
Her eyebrows look better than mine.
You know, the very first thing that I do is put some powder over top of my eyebrow because of the moisturizer that I use. It is very creamy and just very emollient. So doing this with some loose setting powder, whatever color you have works. You just want this area to be dry. We are brows before foundation people over here.
Yes!
I do not like doing my brows after I do my foundation.
Me
and
neither,
I just
girl.
don't understand how people do that. I
Me
don't.
neither.
But God bless them and their ministry.
Amen.
I'm going to take my absolute favorite brow gel ever in life. This is the Anastasia of Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel.
Okay, so I do not have a clear brow gel. What I do have is a lash primer from Essence. So I'm going to try that instead.
I'm going to sweep this into my brow. And this is just going to set the hairs in place before I fill the brow in.
Okay, that did an actually pretty good job of holding the brows in place.
Anastasia of Beverly Hills Brow Definer. And this one is in the shade.
Okay, so I don't have that pencil. And I'm on a no-buy when it comes to brow products right now. And it's affordable April. So I am going to use the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim Pencil to recreate what she's doing here.
And I'm going to start underneath it, okay? So what I'm going to do is raise my brows like this and I'm going to lift my brows and I'm going to just very lightly outline the bottom portion of the brow, and then I'm going to extend that tail a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is take that brow definer and again, I'm going to raise my eyebrow and I'm just going to gently, very gently, you guys. I wish you can feel the pressure of this pencil. I'm barely touching my brows. So I'm just going to begin to fill in that gap. And this is why I love this pencil, because you can make a really precise...
Yeah, I could see why that pencil could be really helpful for that application technique. But I'm doing the same thing here with this Maybelline pencil and using, like she said, the very smallest amount of pressure and creating hair-like strokes to fill in the sparse areas.
I'm going to start right at that arch. So I'm taking it at the arch and I'm literally just staying right inside of where my natural hairs are. Except for this time, because I don't really have a pronounced arch, I'm going to create one.
Yeah, I have to.
But it's not going to be too dramatic. And so now with the concealer of your choice, I'm going to be using my Too Faced Born. You need a good brush. So this one right here, this is, what is this? A Morphe M421 brush.
Okay, I'm using this one from Profusion Cosmetics. This is their flat, precise eyeshadow brush. It's their ES7.
The amount that I have on my brush, but it's really small because a little bit of this goes a long way. All right, so now we're going to start sculpting. I'm going to start underneath the arch. I'm going to raise my brows again, and I'm just literally going to sculpt out
That's too much.
This brow.
Okay.
Now Now I'm going to drag the excess to the front. Alright, so now I'm going to take my finger and wipe away that excess in the front. And I don't really like that harsh concealer line right there at the front of the brow. So I just take my finger and wipe that right away. And then I also do the same at the tail of the brow.
Well, this is different. Too much on the brush. Alright, I'm going to try to... Well, I really do like it. And if I come in very close for you here, you can see how beautiful that shape is. It's very natural looking, and I love her technique. So I did learn a few things here today. For this next technique, I'm stepping way outside my comfort zone. If you've seen enough of my videos, you know that I typically do my eyes first, my face last, for the most flawless looking face, because I tend to make a lot of mistakes with my eyeshadow. But I'm going to be doing my face before my eyeshadow today, so pray for me. So this next technique comes from Wayne Goss. The title of the video is How to Natural Invisible Foundation Technique.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is heavily moisturize the skin. Now you want to use a lot of moisturizer with this because you're going to be using heavy duty products. So use more than you think you actually need.
Okay. I applied a face oil on top of that. So I'm using the Milani Rose Prep and Brighten face oil.
Next, I'm going to start with the light. This is the areas I want light to be in the face. I'm using a cream concealer and applying these to the...
So he's using a cream concealer. The closest I have to a cream concealer at an affordable price is the Soap & Glory Kick Butt Blur and Brighten concealer. So that's what I'm using here, and I'm going to apply it to the areas of the face that he is also...
I want to bring forward. So these are the areas I want to stand out more. So I'm just dotting this across the face and then blending it in. But I'm blending it before...
Okay, and then we're going to blend, and he's using his fingers. So I'm going to use my fingers also. Now, one thing I noticed that he did was that he did not blend this part out all the way. He left some of it still there unblended. Okay. So I'm using the Sonia Kashuk Undetectable Cream Bronzer in the shade Warm Tan. I don't have any foundations currently that would work for the step that he's using this defining product in.
So these are the areas that are best suited on my face. I've got quite a high forehead.
No,
and then blend
I don't.
It looks muddy because you can see from the beginning it's not going to end up that way. And yes, this does take some skill and practice, but when you get it, you can do it really quickly.
And I'm going to put foundation on the back of my hand here. I'm using the Pixi H2O Skin Tint.
Next, foundation. You're going to stipple. So watch what I'm doing with the foundation. I'm pressing it into the skin, and this is a very light application of foundation because we've got color on our face. We're using this to bring all three colors together. So press and stipple. Don't swirl the brush in order to create big sort of blending motions. Just press and stipple it into the skin.
Okay, I see what you're doing here, Wayne. I see you. Ooh, love that he's using his fingers. Yes, although I tell you, that brush, I don't typically like brushes, but it created such a beautiful soft finish on my skin.
Next, I'm applying a liquid highlighter to the high points of the face. These are the areas that I would like a little bit more shine to. So you can see where I'm dotting them, and then I'm just going to blend them in with my fingers, no brush required. Next, I'm going in with a lipstick, and I'm applying this as a blusher.
What? Yeah.
Absolutely.
What? You're using a lipstick? Wayne. I did say I wanted to try something new.
And I'm applying this as a blusher.
Okay.
Absolutely nothing wrong with using lipstick. Perfectly fine. Then I'm going to blend this in with my brush in that same...
It's just foreign. It's like we don't typically do this. I like the placement that he's doing too. He's going really high up on the cheeks and then he blended it. Oh, that's pretty. My goodness. Wayne, dude, I love you, man.
A touch of it also to the forehead because I think it looks so pretty, and I'm a 90s boy, and that's what we did in the 90s.
I knew I loved you. I'm a 90s girl. Yes. Woo. I did not know they did this in the 90s, though. I mean, that is awesome. It is pretty, though. I mean, he's got a point. It's something that you just want to go like this.
See? gorgeous.
It is.
Now, all you're going to do is absorb the excess oils with a tissue.
Okay, I need a tissue.
This is going to draw out any of the excess oils from the moisturizer, the oil, the foundation.
I've done this before. It works really well.
Powder is going to go apply highlighter. So I'm not going to powder down the center of my nose because I've applied highlighter there. So I'm powdering really more the T-zone minus the nose. Any areas where I didn't apply that highlight because I want that shine. And you can see it here under the eyes. It looks really pretty. Because we've done all this, I'm going to add back a couple of beauty spots that missed out. That the foundation kind of
He's adding
covered.
freckles.
And then
Ooh, that's a big freckle.
I'm just going to blend these in. This gives the realistic appearance of skin.
I guess.
That pretty much is it. Now, I know I made
That's
it
a
look
good
simple,
point. I mean,
and
I
it does
hadn't thought
require-
about it, but I guess that makes sense. You go your whole life trying to escape freckles, and then people are drawing them back on, I swear. Well, it's super pretty, minus the freckles. I got teased about them really badly when I was a kid, and now I'm traumatized. I don't like them. But everything else, oh my gosh, I love the lipstick as a blush. That was such a beautiful touch on top of all this. And he's right, it looks so natural on the skin. It looks like skin. For the eyes, I'm trying a hooded eyes technique called the dome shape, and this comes from Stephanie Lang. To recreate the look that she's created in this video today, I'm using the Milani Most Loved Mattes eyeshadow palette. She uses a lot of matte shades to create this look. She goes very in-depth in this video. It's a great explanation. I'm not going to go through the whole video with you because it's rather long, so it's going to be really chopped up, but we're going to try and get the gist of it. I'm taking the eyeshadow Toast of the Town from this palette.
150. Now the brush I'm going to be using is, you guys, if you watch me, you'll probably already know, it's a Sigma E25 blending brush. This is my favorite eyeshadow brush because starting off on the mobile lid. Now the mobile lid is the part that moves when you blink up and down. And by the way, I find it helps when you're trying to put eyeshadow on the inner corner of the eye or the inner corner of the mobile lid is to look opposite way. So I'm going to look down this way and just make sure you don't poke yourself in the eye. It does take a bit of practice, but I'm going to look the opposite way and kind of gently feel where my brush is and apply my eyeshadow onto that inner corner of the mobile lid. So again, I'm just applying a minimal amount because it's much easier to apply a small amount at a time and then work it up to more product if you need it.
Yep.
Whereas if you go in too heavy-handed with too much product at one time, you kind of ruined everything already because you can't take product off, but you can always add more product on.
Okay, I'm using the Sedona Lace EB15.
And we don't want to be able to see where this eyeshadow starts or where it stops.
Okay. So she's not using a blending shade. She's relying more on the brush.
Press really lightly on your eyes. There is no benefit to pressing hard on your eyes. It kind of won't even blend at all if you do that. So the brush I'm taking now is the Titanium Sigma Pencil E30 brush.
I have that one.
It's a very dense
my favorite
pencil brush. I'm taking a small amount of that eyeshadow, my brush again tapping off the excess, and I'm going to be concentrating this color to the outer corner of the eye.
Okay.
So close your eye so that you can see your eyelid, and on the mobile lid, but on the very outer edge of the mobile lid, we're going to pack this color on.
Okay.
Now at the start, we're keeping it as close to that lash line as possible.
I don't close my eyes usually when I do eyeshadow application. It's just foreign to me. I have to keep them open, but what I do is I tilt my head back like that, and that helps me to be able to see it much better.
With some more eyeshadow on the brush.
Wait, I gotta pause you, Stephanie. Okay, mine may be a little too neat. I think hers was a bit more rough.
Brush and repeat that same step.
Yeah, hers is a bit thicker and higher, so I'm going to thicken that up and draw it up a little bit more. Okay, then she's...
And there's your look finished. You're funny. Now for this part, I will use a smaller blending with is the Sigma Small Tapered Blending E45 brush.
Ooh, I have that one too. Ooh, yes.
Out, literally out, but up at the same time. So kind of like this. So out that way and kind of on a diagonal and up that way. There we go. So it's kind of been blended away to oblivion anyway.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is go back in and repeat that whole same step again.
Okay. This is something I find in eyeshadow application too, is you have to go back and reapply more often than not. I think that's what makes it look so good at the end. I love her accent. I could just listen to her all day long.
So it's better to repeat the same step a few times and have a nicer finish than going in too heavy too soon.
Yes.
All right, now what we're going to do is highlight the inner corner and the arch of the brow bone.
Okay. So I really like the effect though, and you can see what she's aiming for and how it does help to elongate and draw the eye up there compared to this one where I haven't done that darkness yet. So for this next step, she is using a shimmery white eyeshadow. So I'm going to my Wet n Wild palette, Walking on Eggshells, and I'm using this shade right here.
It's a Sigma Smudge E21 brush. It's a very, very small, precise detail.
I don't have that brush, but I have one like it. Same one I was using before, the Profusion Cosmetics ES7.
Detailing brush. So I'm just taking a small amount of that product, again tapping off the excess and just kind of whacking it onto the inner corner of the eye. You really don't have to be too
whack it on.
with this. Just apply it directly on the inner corners of your eyes.
It's really cute.
You can also apply a
I'm
little
gonna
bit
whack it
down
on
to that tear duct area here, because again it makes your eyes look brighter and bigger. And because my eyes are quite far apart, I actually like that, so I bring my eyeshadow in even further because I want to emphasize that. I like to look a bit like an alien. Then what I'm going to do is also apply a tiny amount onto that. So we're not applying it on the eyebrow, we're applying it just that tiny area there. Then you can just take your finger and really carefully soften that up a little bit. It's a little bit too small an area to blend with a blending brush. And it's not really necessary, so there we go. So as you can see,
I never do that, but it's a nice effect.
Now what I'm going to do is go in with the matte black shade up here. This one is called ND030 on another Sigma E21 smudge brush.
Black eyeshadow. Okay, using my Wet n Wild Cosmic Collision palette, I'm taking this matte black.
Close to your lash line as possible. We don't want to bring it up high at all. You're literally smudging it through the roots of your lashes just to really slightly blend that out, but not too much because we do want to keep the structure of where we applied that. We want it to stay. So what I do is I look down and I really gently feel where the inner rim of my eye is and apply a little bit of eyeliner there at a time.
Oh my gosh.
And I look the opposite way.
I can't do this to save my life, but I can do this.
So this next step that I'm going to do is probably an eyeshadow look that you would maybe wear out to dinner at night or to a party
or in your house. Why not?
Obviously the black is going to make it darker. So I'm applying that directly above my lash line.
Okay.
And winging it out further than what we winged out the dark brown. So we're actually bringing this shade further out than the edge of our eye. C shape or blending it directly out. If you were wise, you probably would do your foundation after this, but I'm not wise.
Yeah, me neither.
So
and then she just went on to add mascara and lashes to her look. So I'm going to do the same thing, but that is really interesting. It's not something I've tried before in terms of the highlight and so much blending with the lash line, but it's really pretty. Well, I hope you enjoyed this different topic here today and that you were able to learn something new too. I absolutely did. I think my most favorite tutorial, gosh, they were all so good, but I really love this skin. I think that is just such a beautiful technique. But props to all of these amazing YouTubers for sharing their expertise and being able to teach it in such a graceful and easy way. So definitely check them out if you've not seen those videos already. Let me know if there are any other techniques you'd like to see me try here or any that you have learned recently that have completely changed the way that you apply your makeup. Thanks for being here, for taking the time to watch. I look forward to seeing you again next time.